Hi, my name is Steve Latta. I've been a contributing editor with Fine Woodworking for quite a few years. I'm a full-time faculty member at Thaddeus Stevens College of Technology, where I teach cabinet making full-time. Favorite furniture maker, alive or dead? Quite frankly, at this point in my career, probably the Herter brothers. I'm just really taken to that style of furniture these days. It's the aesthetic movement. It's bringing together outrageous marquetry, carving, in a style that I think's somewhat livable. I mean, it's over the top for my house, but as a craftsman, I would love to build it. Favorite piece of furniture, which is just the first thing that popped into my mind, was a lady's writing desk that was made in Baltimore around 1800. It's not Herter Brothers, but I just love it. It has nice aigle-maze glass panels, great veneer work. It's very, very light, very sophisticated. I just think it's a cool piece. And once again, it's not one I would live with, but I'd love to make it. Favorite tool? I'd have to look at that in terms of which ones are in the hand every day. Lee Nielsen block plane, a couple of them. They're just always in my hand because it's such a well-designed tool. Starrett combination square is up there. As of late, how we kind of get to be tool junkies. I went through this little blue spruce addiction where I started picking up their chisels, and I gotta say that they've been a game changer. I have a 1-inch blue spruce that it feels like an extension of my hand.
Really?
Oh yeah, I love it, yeah. And if we want to, and what's tough about that 1-inch blue spruce is it's replacing an old 1-inch Buck Brothers that was in my hand for probably 25 years before I picked up the blue spruce. So, a good tool becomes an extension of the hand. But they're in my hands every day, all day. Not all day, but they're in my hands every day. It's not really a tool, it's a toolbox. I have an old Gerstner that I've had I bought it used before I left Ohio, which was in 1989. And I bought it off a machinist who'd had it for 30 years prior to that. So, that goes with me everywhere. I always had this belief that you're supposed to find some skill that you have or discover some skill that you have and take it to the limit, all right? I've always worked with my hands. I started out paying for school, fixing bicycles. I was a bicycle mechanic through high school, then through college. And a guy asked me if I wanted to try making a hand at furniture because I overhauled his bike for him and he liked how it ran. With bicycle mechanics, the bottom line is you're putting the pieces in harmony. With woodworking, you get to make the pieces. And that was a huge step up for me. And I don't care how good you are or how bad you are or whatever, you're never going to exhaust woodworking. Never. It's just too big of a field. So, and it was just something that clicked. So some people click with music, I clicked with wood. It was just how it fit. All right. The biggest mistake I have to address with new students, and I don't care if it's at a school, like one of the private woodworking schools or one of my regular students, is they take it all way too seriously. It's a piece of wood, and the sun's coming up and going down regardless of how the carving goes or how the inlay goes. And everybody just gets so wrapped into it so tightly. It's like they lose the enjoyment of it. And I probably say that's the number one mistake people make, is that they just take the work way too seriously. Neither. Teaching furniture making. If I had to do one or the other, it would be to teach the trade. I get far more satisfaction out of teaching than I do building. You make a piece of furniture, it's great, but it's still a piece of furniture. I mean, no matter how you look at it, it's a piece of furniture. Whereas when you teach it and you continue the craft, that's the legacy that I think goes a lot further. You know, I don't think I'd change any of it, because it wasn't like it was choices. You know, I'm kind of a stimulus response guy. So this opportunity opened up, so I went there. Then this opportunity opened up, and it wasn't like there was some grand scheme of things that ended up where we're at right now. It's just what it was. So I've been moved down the road, and it's been a good series of moves. So I'm quite content with where I'm at. I could have said the Steve Latta inlay tool set.